Number 1. I remembered it like it was yesterday, even though I wish I could forget. The air was thick with the scent of pine, and the underbrush was damp beneath my boots. I was hiking through the northern woods, a place where the sun hesitates to rise, and the shadows lingers like unspoken secrets. It was supposed to be a simple solo trip, a chance to clear my head. But as the dusk approached, an unsettling feeling crept over me. The forest, usually teeming with the sound of life, fell eerily silent. The only sound was the crunch of my footsteps and the occasional distant howl that didn't quite sound like an animal I knew. I made the camp as the darkness swallowed the woods, and that's when I heard it, a low, guttural growl that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere. My fire flickered as if afraid, casting long, dancing shadows that twisted into shapes in those tree lines. That's when I saw it, or rather, what my mind struggled to comprehend, a figure, tall and giant, with the antlers that scraped the sky. Its eyes were pits of despair, and its mouth was gaping for its prey, the Wendigo, they call it, a spirit of insatiable greed and gluttony, a corruption of nature itself. It moved with a grace that I believed is monstrous form, circling my camp, drawing ever closer. I could feel its hunger, a palpable force that threatened to consume not just my flesh, but my very soul. I did what any sense person would do. I ran. I ran like hell. I ran until my lungs burned and my legs ached. But it felt like running through a nightmare, slow and futile. The creature toyed with me, an apex predator saving its prey. I don't know how I escaped, or if I truly did. Some nights I wake up in a cold sweat feeling its breath on my neck, hearing that growl just beyond the veil of sleep. They say it's just a legend, a myth, to scare the children, but I know what I saw. I know what hunts in those woods, and I pray that I never cross paths with the Wendigo again. Number 2. In the depth of the dense Canadian forest, where the trees whispered ancient secrets and the wind carried the chill of forgotten winters, there lurked a malevolent presence, the Wendigo. It was not a creature easily described in human terms. From the shadows of the wood, he looked at the souls of those who ventured too far into its domain. My encounter with the Wendigo happened many years ago, during a winter camping trip with my friends. We were young and foolish, filled with the braveness of youth and the stupidity of those who had yet to taste the true fear. It was on the third night of our journey that we first heard it, a faint whisper, like the rustle of dead leaves against the forest floor. At first, we dismissed it as the wind playing tricks on our ears. But as the night wore on, the whispers grew louder, more insistent, until it seemed to be coming from every corner of the woods. We should have heeded the warning signs, turned back and fled from the cursed place. But we were too arrogant, too eager to prove our courage in the face of the unknown. As we pressed deeper into the forest, the air grew colder and the whispering intensified, waving its way through the trees like a serpent hunting its prey. Shadows danced on the edge of our vision, and we could feel the weight of unseen eyes watching of our every move. It was then that we saw it, a figure looming in the darkness, its form twisted and shifting in the darkness. Its eyes gleamed with an unnatural hunger, and its mouth twisted into a sinister grin that chilled us to the bone. I cannot say how long we stood there, frozen in terror, but it felt like an eternity before we found the strength to flee. We ran blindly through the forest, our heart pounding in our chest, the whisper of the Wendigo echoing in our ears like a death knell. Somehow, by some miracle, we managed to find our way back to the civilization. But the memory of that night has haunted me ever since. I have tried to rationalize what we saw, to convince myself that it was nothing more than a trick of the mind, brought by the cold and the darkness. But deep down, I knew the truth. The Wendigo, it's real, lurking in the shadow of the forest, waiting to be feasted on the travelers who wanders off into its domain. And though I have tried to put the memory of that night behind me, I know that it will always be there, the whispering in the darkness, a reminder of the horrors that lies just beyond the edge of our understanding. Wendigo, it's real. Be aware, guys. Hello, this is Malayaliwendigo. If you like the content I am providing in this channel, please consider subscribing and share. And please like the videos that you have watched. And if you have any suggestions, any improvements that I need to make, please post them on the comment section. Till next time, bye.